Hey, I'm Miguel Cortina with MotorTrend, and I'm out here in Malibu testing out the new Bridgestone Dueler AT Ascent tire. These are all-terrain tires meant for SUVs and trucks that bring the best of both worlds. They're great on-road, and they have fantastic traction whenever you want to hit the trail. I'm also going to be talking to my friend Dave Barton, who's a bird and wildlife expert, and he's going to give us a lot of tips about how to maintain the trails out here, and also we're going to learn about the wildlife that happens here in the Santa Monica Mountains. Now, Bridgestone is a company that has been around for a very long time, and the Dueler AT Ascent tire has a lot of their proprietary technology built into it. So we're going to learn about that because this tire is meant to perform no matter what. You know, tires have been around for a very long time, and it's hardly any kind of like room to innovate. Yet Bridgestone find a way to do that here with the Dueler AT Ascent tires. They have this new technology called Enlighten, and the Duelers are the first ones to have it in an all-terrain tire. Now this Enlighten technology, what they do is maximizes the life out of the tire tread, meaning it can last longer, right? These tires have a 60,000 mile limited warranty, which is great. That's a lot of miles for tires like this. Now, the other thing that it does, it maximizes traction, and it brings the best performance without sacrificing any sort of capability. So one of the technologies that the Dueler AT Ascent tire has is the stone ejector technology. And what it means is that it prevents any kind of rock to get stuck on the tread of the tire. Now, that's great because it's very reliable for uneven surfaces, and on terrains like this, where it's pretty rocky, it just maintains great traction all around. Another cool thing with these tires is that the sawtooth edges allow you to have better traction off-road, while the tread pattern, it's pretty quiet on-road. So that is bringing the best of both worlds. Great traction on-road, but also a quiet and refined drive on-road. All right, let's go meet with Dave Barton, who's an expert in the area that we've been driving on. Dave, how are you?
Miguel, good to see you again.
Great to see you. How you doing?
I've been doing great. It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
Fantastic, fantastic. So beautiful to be here. You feel so alive here in nature, no?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite places in Southern California, especially to go bird watching.
Yeah, I mean, what have you seen today so far?
Well, you know, it's been a pretty good morning. We've had so far a yellow rump warbler, and it's a migrating bird, a small bird with little yellow sides to it. Also, I've seen a California towhee, which is a California resident, and very normal to see here.
You know, one of the concerns that people have sometimes when coming to outdoor activities like this is they bring their off-road rigs, like this one, right, like mine, and they are a little bit scared or unsure of where to stay at, you know, how to make sure that they can enjoy the outdoors without damaging them either.
It's a great concern, and I appreciate that. I think it's important to remember to choose areas that are intended for off-roading and to stay on trails in that area. You want to take out what you brought in. Don't leave litter or trash around. And if you're setting a campfire, be careful. I mean, ring it, make sure the fire's completely out when you're done. Because otherwise we can have disasters like the Woolsey fire that hurt so much of the Santa Monica Mountains years ago.
That's the last thing we want right now, especially, you know, now that it's a dry season in California. I mean, it's just really sad whenever we wake up and see smoke right on our backyard.
Exactly. But I think that being able to visit these areas is important. And there are roads that are available, so people shouldn't feel too much concern about using them. But they should stay off-road. They need to remember that they're a sensitive species here, and they nest and they breed, sometimes on the ground, sometimes in bushes, and they're likely to spook and run away if a vehicle leaves the road. And when that happens, they may lose their brood for the year.
Yeah. And that's also not one of the things that we want to do when we're out here enjoying the outdoors.
That's right. And I think all outdoor enthusiasts, whether you're a birder or an off-roader or a hunter or a fisher or a kayaker, you understand that it's important to keep the environment clean and fresh and pristine, and to do your best to preserve what we have left.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's key. And there's also, not just birds around here, but there's much other wildlife going on. Mountain lions being one of them. No?
Sure. And you can see rattlers here. If you're very lucky, you'll see a bobcat, maybe raccoons, coyotes, and well, we all know that there are mountain lions in these mountains as well.
We're talking about the Santa Monica Mountains here, but there's the Appalachian Mountains, right? There's many other mountain ranges around the U.S. where people can be enjoying the outdoors in a responsible manner.
Absolutely. It doesn't matter where you are. There are birds and other animals to enjoy everywhere. And it's our responsibility to protect them, I think. I mean, sadly, since the mid-1970s, North America has lost 3 billion birds. That's billion with a B. But there's hope. And if people can show their support for conservation by contacting their local elected representatives, by volunteering or supporting local conservation groups, there's every chance that we can preserve what we have left.
Yeah, I think we definitely need to do a better job in that regards, for the next generations too.
Absolutely, because as much as we enjoy these things, we want our kids to enjoy them as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Dave, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to keep exploring the area, but it's been great to talk to you. I'll catch up with you later.
You bet.
Thank
See
you.
you soon.
Bye-bye. The Dueler all-terrain tires will fit between a 17-inch and 22-inch rims. And that's meant for vehicles, that are higher trim or luxury, like this Land Rover Defender, a Ford F-150. It's a type of cars that are gonna be spending the majority of their life on pavement, but every now and then are gonna hit the trails, and they need that traction to really perform. And if you're looking to take this tire on wet conditions or snow, well, that's great too. The Dueler Ascent has been certified by the 3 Peak Mountain Snowflake certification, and it has 3D Sight technology that basically evacuates all the water or slush out of it to keep the tire as dry as possible, maximizing the traction. I've had a wonderful day. It's been a great day at work. I started my morning with the Defender and the Dueler AT Ascent tire. We went to some pretty treacherous trails, and I was pretty impressed with the traction that it provides in the places when you need it the most. I mean, this is an all-terrain tire, so it's good for the road, but it's also great for off-road. And really, there's not a lot of compromises that you have with this tire. At the end of the day, I met with my friend Dave Barton. It was really inspiring to hear him talk not only about the wildlife that live here, but also what we can do to conserve the places like this. We want to make sure that future generations are able to experience the same kind of hobbies that we have. And when we're off-roading, we need to be very conscious about where the 4 tires are of our vehicles. We don't want to, park them on places where we're not supposed to. We don't want to damage the wildlife or the plants around here. We want to make sure we preserve that. And so Dave really had some very good key points on what not to do when we're out here. If you're planning to replace your tires anytime soon, you should consider the Bridgestone Dueler AT Ascent. They maximize the traction off-road and bring a lot of on-road refinement as well. So if you have a truck or SUV and you're planning on hitting the trails, you should consider them.